I wanted to read this, Annie, from the book. Each time I talk to my best friend, we end up fighting because it's like she wants me to be more like her and do everything she likes to do. I've tried to explain myself over and over to her, and I can't do it anymore. This is one of the inner teens. And the other one is very interesting, where I think most of the teens, of course from the high school and above, go through this, I believe. I really don't want to drink, but sometimes I go to places where people are doing that. I kind of feel pressure to join in because I'm the only sober person there. And then my friend invited me to her party, but then we had a fight. She's trying to make me not want to come by saying things like, my mom doesn't like you. I still wanted to go, but I don't like what she's doing. Looks like, I mean, this is pretty frequent occurrence of such things happen in the daily life, I would say. So, your thoughts?
A lot of manipulation. And as you were reading those things, I was thinking, adults have to deal with these things too. Going to places where people may be drinking or participating in behavior that you don't feel 100% like you want to do it, but you don't want to be the odd man out. And so it's not any different. So you can understand, you have compassion for the pressure that your kids feel in these kinds of situations. It seems to me that the best lesson we can give our kids is to teach them to understand themselves, to know themselves well enough to know, is this right for me or is this not right for me? I don't mean to be simplistic. It is not always easy to withstand this kind of pressure. And of course, we all want to be liked by the people around us. We are programmed and wired as human beings who are social creatures to fit in with the rest of the people around us. And yet, when you have this dissonance between who I am and what I do versus what these people around me are doing, if it doesn't match, then you're with the wrong bunch of people. That's all I can say. And I would encourage any parent to support their kids if they would rather be on their own for a while rather than hang out with a bunch of friends who don't feel like real friends to them. Sometimes I think as parents, we get nervous when our kids don't seem to have a lot of friends. And we push them. Oh, go call this person, do that. You may not know why your kid doesn't want to be with this friend. And they don't want to tell you about the bad stuff this other kid may be doing. But I think you should trust your kid's judgment. If they say, no, Mommy, Daddy, I would rather read a book. I'd rather, hang out with you guys. That might be just fine and actually a really healthy choice and one you might want to encourage.
Yeah, it's amount to spending more time with your kids and try to understand so that they can open up and talk to you. I think that's the challenge, right? That could help a bit.
Right, and to try not to impose so much of who you are on them. They will find their own way. If you think back to who you were at their age and what kind of relationship you had with your parents, and it might be very different culturally. You may be living in a different world here. But as a 9, 10, 12-year-old, you had a very clear sense of who you were. And you knew you were separate from your parents. And I'm guessing, on some level, if they tried to impose things on you, you resented it. You might not have spoken up, but you felt that, no, that's not right for me. This is normal. This is exactly what children are supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be figuring out who they are. And they need breathing space to do that.
Thank you.
Sure.